we're gonna do some biltong today. So I got a couple of bowls ready to get us moving, and in short, the spices that we'll be using today is brown sugar. We have some salt and pepper, and you can always jack up on the pepper a little bit if you want to, but that looks pretty good. And then we have scorched or roasted, toasted,
dry toasted
coriander seeds. You can see the raw over there, and then the toasted. Gives it a nice flavor.
Dry toast in a pan.
Dry toast in a pan, there we go.
On medium heat until you start smelling it.
Okay.
And then when it's toasted, I just roughly crush it in my spice grinder.
Okay, and there's a little spice grinder.
It's a coffee grinder, but I don't
okay.
use spice.
Okay, and I may just cut it straight and then go straight through the muscle this way, so like this, like a more of a natural biltong cut, sometimes pretty good. Oh, and it's,
we like the smaller.
Yeah, smaller and thinner, sometimes faster to dry, but you can make nice long cuts. See this is what it looks like on the side. I'm just going to cut it about, so that's about an inch or so. Okay. Okay. So there's another little piece there. I'm just going to cut it first, and then we'll start getting all the spices and stuff on it. So first, the first job is cut it to piece, and that's what it looks like. That's a nice little piece right there. Okay.
You can probably start.
No, you can, but let's just get everything here.
Layer.
Okay. Okay, we'll see. If it looks like something that becomes more difficult to cut, you can always cut it in very thin strips to make like small, quick, dry bites out of it. Like you can always use those too small. Even a small piece like that is good for a small, thin, bite-sized piece. If you have big hunks of fat, you may want to see if you can just cut that out, because that is a big old hunk of fat that's not as fun. Okay. A good sharp knife is that's a good thing, right? I'm gonna.
So you can tell them I start.
Yeah. So normally you put a little bit of vinegar at the bottom, and then not too much. Just I cannot see, so let me just. So a little bit of vinegar at the bottom, salt and pepper mix, and a little bit of coriander, and then sugar. And you use brown sugar because the brown sugar helps with the color and the taste. Okay, and don't try and do weird and wacky spices, right? I'll do the small pieces here in a bit, but don't try and do weird and wacky spices. Like curries and stuff. I think the easiest and best way to start is just keep it simple. You can see where we're just laying it in there. I'll do the small pieces here in a little bit, and maybe we'll keep them in a separate little bowl. Okay, but yeah, just keep it simple. That's the thing. It's supposed to be a very simple food. All right, so we've put in a couple of layers. So Anne-Marie's just going to show you So this is salt and pepper mix. You know, you can put it separate too, salt and then pepper. I like to put a lot of coriander. I think it gives it a good flavor. You know, keep it basic. Don't overdo it. Again, brown sugar. I put a little bit more brown sugar. It's I like it. It makes it slightly sweet. And when we're done, I'll show you. We're going to actually rinse it off when it comes out of the brining solution in a day or two. So probably like a day. So this is just white vinegar. You guys can see the white vinegar over there. Alright, and it's just easier to handle. Alright, so we layered in all the meat, and you'll see it's right up there, and there's some liquid in there as well. That's the liquid you'll see over here. It's all the vinegar. That's what it is as you brine it. And the small thin cut pieces we have in here. So it's the smaller pieces that they will dry really quickly. So these ones will dry probably in about 2 days. These normally go for 3 to 7 days to dry because they're thicker. So yep, that's the prep. I'm going to cover it, put it in the fridge until tomorrow night, and then we'll hang it tomorrow night in the biltong box. Alright, so we're making little hooks to hook the biltong to the inside of the biltong box, the drying system. So I just get jumbo paper clips. It doesn't matter what brand or whatever you get. These ones have like they've got a little texture on them to hold on to things. And the best way to do these is literally to take the paper clip, find the short end, inside of it right there, and just bend it over like that. If you try and make it like a little S hook and you chip and then you break it, it will break every time. So the best is grab the short end and just do that. Biltong is sitting over here, and you can see it right here. And here is the other one. Let me get that ready. Alright. Anne-Marie is hooking up the pieces of meat with the little hooks, and you can see just putting a hook through it. It's not a big deal. Okay, and then what we do is we take the little pieces, make a little piece, and we go inside the biltong box. And you are going to just hook it up. Make sure the pieces don't touch, right? So that there's nice air movement. Alright, so there you go. Okay, good. Everything is hung on the back row. So we can hang about 5-8 pieces in a row. And I'll probably do like maybe about 8 rows. So I can hang 40 pieces in here. Okay, well, that's it. So biltong box is loaded right there, and we've tapped only about half the potential of the new biltong box. So I'm going to be turning this on now. The biltong box is still a little bit in process, so we'll see. Up in the front here, maybe a little bit closer up, you will see some chili bites. A little bit of a different flavor, maybe a little bit more spicy, regular biltong. So let's see how this goes. We're going to close this up. Okay. So we'll be checking the biltong. And, okay. Go. Oh wow. Pretty dried out already, especially the thinner pieces. So if you look in the back, these thick pieces still quite flexible, so they're not ready yet. A couple of test strips dangling from the bottom, Ooh, they're getting nice and a little bit flexible, but nice and thin, so pretty dry. I think they're ready to go, and some of these front ones real thin, ready to go. So we have the biltong disconnected, and here are the pieces. The good thing about biltong is it's like a ghost. Now you see it and now you don't, because it's already in somebody's tummy. So in order to cut this, we just take the pieces. You'll take a piece like that. I'll take a knife and I'll chop it, but you really have to be careful. This stuff is pretty hard, so to speak. When you cut through it, you know, hold it up and hold it on the one end and cut it carefully with a sharp knife. You end up with little pieces that look like this. Okay, they're about this is the end piece. Nice little piece in the inside. Let me see if I can show you guys. Right there, nice little piece, and it's slightly soft on the inside. Okay, I'm going to take a little piece, and what we're going to do is just cut it. So watch your finger. Okay, and that's it. That's how you cut it. You can see nice little pieces over there.